back on to part 3 of all this. So after we split up and everything like that, like I was saying, I started doing my own shit. So like I redid the whole entire house, everything like that. I was still just working for Aunt Millie at the time and everything. And then it got to the point where, I was doing merchandising. So I was still working in Decatur, but living here in Rantoul and doing the merchandising here in Rantoul. And then, I was in kind of like a depressive slump, and I got on Facebook Memories and kind of like hit up a girl that I hadn't hung out with forever. And, we just kind of hit it off. And it's just been going ever since. You know what I mean? And more on that here in a minute, but I was running the route. Oh, shit. Hold on a second. Let me pause this. There we go. I was running the route, or not the route, I was doing the back stock one day, and it was around the time this girl that I'm seeing now, her name is Kara. She doesn't mind if I use her name. But she was running it with me. We were just hanging out one night, and I was like, hey, I gotta do the merchandising super early. I mean, do you want to come with me? And she was like, sure. And then, so every now and then, now she'll run the route with me if I really need the help or something like that. But I actually hired a buddy on, Tegan. You've seen him in multiple videos before. But what do you call it? Yeah, I actually have an employee. That's so batshit. But like I was saying, it was me and her were just hanging out, running the route one day, running the back sock one day, and then I was just like, you know what, maybe I should buy this Rantoul route. I think I can manage that. And she didn't really push me or anything like that, but I just said fuck it, and I did it, and so now I have an LLC, Cohen and Company Distributing. One of the things I wanted to tell you about the reason why I got the name for Cohen and Company Distribution was way back then, when if you go back and look at some of my previous videos, I used to be a heroin addict. I've been clean for multiple years now and stuff like that, but I was kind of absent in Wesley's life for a little while. And when I got clean, we started doing this thing where I would write letters to him, and he was into science and physics and technology and electronics like I was, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos and stuff like that. But I would always write him and send him letters and stuff, and I always made this seal on the back of the envelope. So if you looked at the envelope on the back, I mean, it wasn't really a seal, a wax seal, but it had a big C and then a small C that went inside of it, and then an and sign in the center. And then so I always stamped fake stamped letters with Cohen and Company, just as a joke. It was always just something in the back of my mind that I thought about for the longest time and stuff like that. So when it actually got to the point where I was holy shit, I can name my company whatever I want to name it, not something vulgar or something stupid, I thought, this would be the perfect time, it was something that was close to my heart, getting clean, talking to Wesley again, and then, I thought Cohen and Company Distribution. It's actually ridiculous because it's an INC LLC, so the full name of the company, even though on my business cards it says Cohen, and so it says Cohen and Company Distribution Incorporated. But then if you were to do LLC, so it would be Cohen and Company Distribution Incorporated LLC would be the full name of it, which is maybe a little much. But either way, what do you call it? It's something I'm super proud of. I mean, and it's something that kind of homages back to my past of being a better person than I used to be in the past, and everything like that. Actually, this weekend itself was crazy. I had to pick Wesley up from PBL, where he goes to school at. And then I'm used to being in bed at 7 o'clock in the morning because bread vendors get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then so his game went on really long, and I was in the back of my van, passed out for a while. I was also watching the live stream of the game. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I went to the halftime and watched them actually play. But like I'm so used to being like in bed at a certain time, and the game I didn't know the game was gonna run late and everything like that. So it was like a whole entire thing. But yeah, I got home and like I just like I was like eat this food, and then I passed out. So I'm going to end this here, so I don't want these to be too long, and then we'll go for the what is this, the fourth? But yeah, either way, we're back on I think part four. But yeah, it was a crazy weekend because after all that, I still had to run the route. I had Tegan come with me, who's one of my employees, and what do you call it? We smashed that out. I was able to get home, get him all packed up, get him back to PBO, drop him off. I came home, took like a 2-hour nap, and then went all the way to Monticello for the band competition, which they totally kicked ass at. And then after that, I like signed him out and took him home, and then we got some dinner, and then I don't know. I think I just crashed out. Yeah, I think I wanted to go back and talk about something else as well too. So yes, now I remember. So now that it's just me in this place, I have my own individual bedroom. Luna still has her room, but after Autumn moved out, I revamped her room and turned it into Wesley's room. And just recently, I just started doing weekends with Wesley and Luna. There's a lot of backstory about all of that. If you have watched some of my previous videos, you know that Luna's not biologically mine, and I don't have a say of like anything in her life. But I am the only father that she's ever known, and I'm very proud of that because I love Luna. I love her, and I'm not in the habit of abandoning children. You know, even if you're not the biological father or not. So, I got her room all cleaned up. She's got a new bed in there and everything like that. One of the last weekends that we finally started getting this whole entire like Luna Wesley weekend thing going on, we went to the trampoline park and Kara was there and we were having a good time and everybody's jumping around. Then all of a sudden Luna just like she didn't like face plant. I'm not sure. I sat down to take a drink of my water, and then all of a sudden she's like screaming in pain. And I don't know if I've mentioned in previous videos, but Luna has juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, and I thought it was just like her JRA freaking out. But I mean, it was a jarring weekend. You know, mostly I just told Wesley, just go hang out in your room, go play your Oculus, go have a good time. You know, because I didn't want it to interrupt him just being a teenager doing stupid stuff. But then also, like, you know, I also had to, like, take care of Luna as well, too. But, like, getting her from my van to the living room to upstairs, like, every time I picked her up, it was, like, excruciating pain. And, you know, and I just thought the whole entire thing about her JRA was just, I can't do anything other than give her anti-inflammatories and stuff like that. So, like, by the time I gave her back to April, that's her babysitter that usually watches her, you know, like, she didn't have as much pain. And then, like, 3 days later, she was, like, okay. And then she was walking on it. And then before you know it, like, it's right back up to 100%. And then figures out she had a fractured femur. We don't know if that happened when she was at the trampoline park. I mean, like, you know, me being the person I am, I feel slightly guilty. Especially because the craziest thing is that it was one of the first times I actually finally got her and Wesley on a weekend. Just all the family hanging out, including Kara, you know, just having a good old fucking time. And boom, you know. But yeah, I mean, like, I've gone past the point where I'm, like, beating myself up about what was going on. But either way, she's in a cast now. She's doing well. You know, went over there a couple days ago to April's place and signed the cast, and then we like did makeovers. It's ridiculous. It was just putting my hair up in like this crazy ponytail, and then like I like painted her toenails. But yeah, and then like I said, I just had Wesley this weekend as well too. But here's the great thing: it was the weekend that I was supposed to have him was when all this Luna stuff was going on. or the same weekend that I was supposed to have Luna too, and it's man. So I like switched weekends with A to like go from there, but so much stuff, so much stuff. Let's go for part 5.
That was a great way to end it.